Welcome to the top free and close to free marketing tools that work. And this is brought to you by Small Business Solver. We have relaunched Pay What You Can, and we actually just launched Marketing Solver, which is going to show you the top free marketing tools that we're going to talk about today, but also 300 other tools that you can be using. So we're going to jump right in. So the top ones that you can use, and everyone's trying to worry about this, is because usually people think that marketing is just advertising. Well, marketing is not just advertising. Marketing has all these other tactics and tools that are out there, and we're going to jump into what those could be for you. So what to expect? Well, why this webinar? Why is this important? Then the top 20 free marketing tools. We're going to throw out a few bonus tools for you, and then have time for questions. So why? Well, as a small business owner, we know that cash is king. So spending money on marketing, in fact, spending money on anything, is really hard for us to decide to move forward with. The great thing about marketing is that every single time we are starting to invest in our marketing, we often get a return. So hopefully we would have more people know about us, more people understand about our company, and hopefully more people buying from our business. And so marketing does bring more cash into your business. And if you can do marketing at low-cost marketing tools that are working for you, that's the best case scenario. So number one, what is the best marketing tool out there? Well, it's pretty cheap. It's your smile. I mean, unless of course you have to get braces. But really, marketing, when you're smiling and when you're talking to people, emailing people, doing your social media, whatever marketing that you're doing, if you're smiling, people can tell. I'm smiling right now. Can you tell? So a smile is the best marketing tool because instantly people start liking you and your tone comes across a lot better in every form of communication. So when you can, think about smiling a bit more. Number two, your 30-second pitch. This is also known as your elevator pitch. So it's basically, how do you describe concretely, succinctly about your business in 30 seconds? And every second that you have extra, what should you be talking about? You should be talking about how you're different. Why you? The third one, a handshake. A solid handshake is important. It gives people confidence. And again, it gets people to like you. And tied with that, at the same time as your handshake, is the other body posture that you're doing is your eye contact. Are you making eye contact while you're talking to them? Are you making eye contact when you did the handshake? Are you maintaining eye contact because you care about them? So the first four so far, all completely free and completely simple to start doing today. Number 5 and 6. So these ones have to do with your phone. What does your voicemail say? Would you think you're credible? Does it even talk about your business? What does it say about your business? Update your phone voicemail ASAP. Number 6, call display. Why is this important? Well, you should know who's calling you. You should be responsive, especially if they're your customers. I know some great small business owners at the moment that they get a new customer, they immediately put their contact information into their phone so that when they call you, you can say, hey, by name, right away, have information about them. Guess what? They're going to like you better, and they're going to be retained as your client because of that. And number 7, tied into answering the phone and remembering their name. Do you remember their names in person? At networking events? At meetings? Have you written this down? So there's lots of tips and tricks of how to remember names. And people really care about their pronunciation of their name. So even making extra notes about how to pronounce it properly would be helpful. They'll remember that you did that. Number 8 and 9, well, your business card. So that's what you have in terms of your physical one. And then your email signature is basically your business card in your email. So that's why these two are together. And again, these are cheap and cheerful. You can probably have this done by the end of the week, and all of a sudden it's going to make a difference. How many times have you tried and wanted to call or email someone, but it simply wasn't in their email signature? Make sure that you have a solid email signature. Number 10, networking. This could be free or it could be very, very cheap. It could be expensive, but you can make that decision as well. But here is really getting out there. So this is a time consumer, so you want to choose the right networking events that you're going to. However, this builds trust and this builds relationships, and that helps close sales. 11 and 12, it's all about people on your team and people who are champions of you. So do you have a mentor? They could be a great lead for you. Who do they know? Same for the board of advisors. How are you responding to what they say? How much do they believe in you? Number 13, demonstrations and examples. So there's nothing better than giving someone a trial, especially if it's intangible. How will they know that it's good? If it is tangible, could they get a taste test? So proving to people so that they actually reduce their risk, so they actually want to move forward with you. Follow up. Follow up seems so simple, but so many of us don't do it. I can't tell you how many times it's in the follow-up that closes a new sale. In fact, they say 90% of a sale is the follow-up. Number 15, well, givers get. So if you give a referral, you're going to start receiving referrals as well. People will want to pay you back. The trick here is not expecting it back, but when you get it back, do a great job. Social media. So again, this is free, but it can be time consuming. So being careful in this. Big thing is do the social media that your customers use. You don't have to do everything. You just have to do what they use. 17, feedback forms, and then testimonials. So when you get feedback from people, how do you change? Are you able to actually communicate what you heard? And same with testimonials here. Letting people know how other people's experience was. Tied into all of this is really understanding and knowing about your customers. So this is a CRM, a customer relationship management tool. So this could be a great way where you can actually know about all your customers, remember things like their dog's name, their birthday, and this just helps build an even better relationship with them. And the CRM can be as cheap as your own spreadsheet or Google Doc, or you could actually get email drip marketing database, or you could actually purchase a CRM like Salesforce. And number 20, well, going back to the beginning, still don't forget to smile. So we promised some bonus ones, and these are all free things, but again, this could take time. But don't forget about cold calling. Even your contracts and invoices could have some branding on them. Don't forget about these extra customer touch points that you have. Building partnerships, having your own online community, sell sheets, directories, again, referral partners or strategic alliances. Even your job title can say a lot about your brand. Building a fan base, blogging or blogging response, link exchanges, newspaper articles, and any press that you get, customer lists and pictures, direct emails, public speaking, volunteering, media interviews, of course, and webinars and e-presentations like this. So the key thing to know is that there's a ton of marketing tools out there. Some people are just scratching their brain, but really you have to always make sure that it makes sense for you. The hard thing is when you think that you want to implement everything. The best practice is just choose 3, implement them this week, see what's working, and then continuing rolling out to your next implementation. So every week, if you roll out 2 or 3 new marketing tools, you're going to be successful. So you're curious about these 300 marketing tools that are out there? Well, let's take a look. So the way that we're going to find this, we're actually going to go to Small Business Solver. When we get there, we're going to go in to what marketing tools will work. And here you can actually just select, do you need to be face-to-face or not? What's the goal that you want to accomplish? What type of marketing do you want to do? How much time do you have in a day? Are you willing to do more marketing work? Are you willing to budget on that? What is your budget? You click submit, and then this pulls out the marketing tools that you can be using. And as I indicated, there's actually a list of 300 here. And what's even neater is that if you wanted to get a cheat sheet on how any of these work and some best practices, you click here and it pulls up a cheat sheet and additional tips and tricks and examples that you can be using. So that's the end of our meeting today. And I just wanted to overview that there's lots of different marketing tools for you, but making sure that they're the right ones for you.